What does it mean to be strong? Is it about having massive sculpted muscles that turn heads wherever you go? Or is it something deeper, something less visible, but far more potent? Today, we're diving into a legendary story, a real-life encounter that pits brute force against functional power. It's a tale featuring the one and only Bruce Lee and a champion bodybuilder, and it completely redefines our understanding of strength. Imagine this, the golden era of bodybuilding, the 1970s. Muscle Beach, Venice, California. The air is thick with the scent of sunblock and the clang of iron. This is the kingdom of giants, men who have dedicated their lives to building the perfect physique. Among them is a renowned bodybuilder. Let's call him the Oak of the Coast. This guy is a walking statue, every muscle fiber defined, biceps like cannonballs, a chest like a shield. He's the epitome of what most people thought of as peak physical power. He could lift incredible weights. His raw strength was undeniable. One sunny afternoon, Bruce Lee, already a martial arts legend and movie star, shows up at this outdoor gym. Now, Bruce was not a small man, but next to these titans of bodybuilding, he looked lean, almost wiry. He weighed around 140 pounds, all sinew and lightning-fast muscle. The bodybuilders, including our Oak, looked at him with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. They saw the movie star, the performer. They didn't see the hurricane of power packed into that compact frame. The Oak, known for his confidence, which sometimes bordered on arrogance, decided to have a little fun. He watched Bruce going through his training routine, not lifting heavy weights, but performing explosive, dynamic movements, kicks, punches, and something they had never seen before, isometrics, where he would tense his muscles against an immovable object with incredible intensity. Amused, the bodybuilder strolls over. "Hey Bruce," he says, a smirk playing on his lips. "All that jumping around is cute, but what can you actually lift? How much can you curl?" He gestures to a heavy dumbbell lying nearby, a weight he himself would curl for reps. Bruce Lee just smiled his characteristic, enigmatic smile. He looked at the bodybuilder, then at the dumbbell, and then back at the bodybuilder. He didn't answer the question directly. Instead, he proposed a different kind of challenge. "Strength isn't just about how much you can lift," Bruce said calmly. "True power is about how efficiently you can apply your force." The bodybuilders gathered around, intrigued. This was getting interesting. Bruce continued, "Let me show you something. I want you to stand right there." He pointed to a spot a few feet in front of him. "Just stand with your feet together, brace yourself. I'm going to hit you right here in the chest, not hard enough to hurt you, just to show you something. All you have to do is not move." The Oak chuckled. This was ridiculous. He was a rock, an immovable object. This lean martial artist was going to try and push him. He weighed nearly twice what Bruce did, and his entire body was a fortress of muscle. He planted his feet firmly on the ground, crossed his massive arms over his chest, and braced his core. "Go ahead, little dragon," he said. "Give it your best shot." The other bodybuilders were snickering, ready to see the movie star embarrass himself. Bruce Lee stood a few feet away. He wasn't winding up for a big haymaker. He didn't even take a step. He simply stood there, and in a motion so fast it was almost a blur, he performed what would later be known as the one-inch punch. His fist shot out from a distance of barely an inch, maybe two, from the bodybuilder's chest. There was a sharp, cracking sound, not of bone, but of pure, focused energy transfer. What happened next was something no one there would ever forget. The bodybuilder, the Oak of the Coast, didn't just stumble back, he was launched. He flew several feet through the air and landed hard on his back. The ground shook slightly from the impact. For a moment, there was just stunned silence. The laughter had died in their throats. The Oak lay on the ground, gasping for air, a look of complete and utter shock on his face. It wasn't pain he was feeling, but a profound sense of disbelief. He had been hit by a force that felt less like a punch and more like being struck by a small car. He had braced for impact, using all his considerable mass and strength, and it had made no difference whatsoever. Bruce Lee walked over and calmly offered a hand to help him up. The bodybuilder took it, still dazed. As he got to his feet, he looked at Bruce with a newfound respect, a look of awe. "What? ... What was that?" he managed to stammer. Bruce just smiled again. "That," he said, "is the difference between brute strength and functional power. Your muscles are big, but they're for show, for lifting a weight in a controlled, predictable motion. My strength is for application." It's about generating maximum force from my entire body from the ground up and delivering it to a single point in an instant. It's not muscle size, it's speed, timing, and kinetic linking. That day on Muscle Beach, a fundamental lesson was taught. The bodybuilders, who had spent years isolating and building individual muscles, had witnessed a completely different paradigm of strength. They trained for mass, for aesthetics. Bruce Lee trained for performance, for efficiency. Let's break down the science of what happened. The one-inch punch isn't magic. It's physics. It's about creating a chain reaction of force. It starts from the ground, travels up through the legs, rotates through the hips and torso, snaps through the shoulder and elbow, and culminates in the fist. Every part of the body contributes to the final impact. It's about acceleration. Remember Newton's second law. Force equals mass times acceleration. While the bodybuilder had more mass, Bruce generated an incredible amount of acceleration over an impossibly short distance. This story isn't about criticizing bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is an incredible discipline that requires immense dedication and knowledge of anatomy. But this encounter highlights a crucial point. The type of strength you build depends on your goal. Brute strength, the kind the bodybuilder had, is great for lifting heavy things. But functional power, the kind Bruce Lee possessed, is about being able to effectively use your strength in dynamic, real-world situations. It's the difference between being a powerful engine and being a high-performance race car. The engine might be huge, but the race car knows how to use its power to win the race. So, how can we apply this lesson to our own lives and training? Think about your own fitness goals. Are you just lifting weights to get bigger, or are you training to be more capable? Are you building a body that looks good in the mirror, or a body that can run, jump, climb, and react? You don't have to be a martial artist to develop functional power. Incorporate explosive movements into your routine. Things like box jumps, kettlebell swings, and medicine ball slams. Focus on compound exercises that use your whole body, like squats, deadlifts, and pull-ups. And don't neglect speed and agility. Train your nervous system, not just your muscles. The story of Bruce Lee and the bodybuilder is a timeless reminder that true strength isn't always what it appears to be. It's not just about the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. It's about intelligence, efficiency, and the seamless connection between mind and body. It teaches us to look beyond the surface, to question our definitions of power, and to strive for a kind of strength that is not just impressive to look at, but truly effective in action. It's a strength that serves a purpose. So the next time you're in the gym, ask yourself, am I building muscle or am I building power? The answer might just change the way you train forever. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we think about fitness, strength, and life itself. Let me know in the comments what true strength means to you. See you in the next one.